When a person dies because of someone else's negligence, many families assume that a spouse, parent, or child can directly file a wrongful death lawsuit. Under Illinois law, the process works a little bit differently. My name is Zach Anderson. I'm a co-owner of 217 Law and an injury attorney in Central Illinois. And in this video, I just want to briefly explain who can actually file a wrongful death case in Illinois. Under the Wrongful Death Act, a lawsuit should be filed by the personal representative of the deceased person's estate. In most cases, this is a close family member who has been appointed through the probate court. It's often a surviving spouse, sometimes an adult child, or if somebody in situations, I guess, where somebody's typically unmarried or doesn't have any children, then maybe another trusted close family member. Even though the personal representative files a lawsuit, the claim is brought not just for the benefit of the personal representative. Instead, the claim is brought for the benefit of the surviving spouse, next of kin, which generally just means that the compensation recovered in the case is intended to address the losses suffered by the family members who were closest to the person who passed away. Losses slash damages that are recoverable through a wrongful death case include things like loss of financial support, loss of companionship and guidance, and the grief and sorrow experienced by family members, as well as funeral and burial expenses. Opening a probate case is required so that a personal representative can be formally appointed by the court, and so that a wrongful death case can be pursued on behalf of the family. Wrongful death cases can raise very complicated legal and procedural issues, particularly if there's a dispute over who should serve as a personal representative, or how recovery should be allocated amongst family members, or even with respect to the underlying case itself. For example, uh, proving fault in a wrongful death case is a little bit more complicated than a normal injury case because the person who was harmed is no longer around to tell their side of the story. If you've lost a family member due to another person's negligence, I highly recommend consulting with an attorney sooner rather than later about how wrongful death claims work in Illinois. If the incident occurred in Central Illinois and you have any interest in working together, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you and see if my law firm might be a good fit.